Jacob or Jake? Jake? No. This is a male and he's younger. Was Joel younger? That's him. Yes. That is him. Do you have do you have a cap of his or a ball hat of his? Huh?
I have boots.
Did he wear hats too?
Not really.
Were you no, he's telling me about wearing hats. Did you put on some hats?
Not that I can think of.
Oh yes you did. I know you've got some hats. Were you going through winter hats or stocking hats?
I wear his jacket with a hood.
With the hood. Do you put the hood on?
Yes.
Yes,
I wear
that's
his
the
jacket
hat.
all the time.
That is it. That is the hat, or the hood, pulling it up over his head, over your head. Yes, he says, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh, keep those boots. Keep those boots too. And he says, if nothing else, you got to keep yourself the same size you are, because then the jacket will fit. and you'll never outgrow his jacket. And he says, but I'll never outgrow your love. He'll never ever outgrow that. Oh my gosh, this he's a riot. There's a July birthday or anniversary, and he's talking about a lot of celebrations and family get-togethers in July too. Even the 4th of July, but he's talking about that's always the time. Yes, that's a big deal. And he says he was there last year, he'll be there this year. It's just, he's always a part of the party, he says. He says, I wasn't scared to go. When it was time to go, it was time to go. And that's just how it was. It just wasn't a struggle. It's time. It's time. And he says, speaking of time, there's like a little watch or some kind of watch of his.
Bracelet?
Oh, that would be the thing on your wrist. Yep. He says, of course you had to bring that because it's part of everything. And he shows me 111 and 1111, like when you're looking at the clocks and it's 111 or 111, when you see that, that's him. That's a sign that he's with you because he's your number one. He says you're just so important. There's an A like Alex or Amy or Amber, who was friends with him or who's connected with him, who's still here physically. So one of his, a pal or someone he would hang around with. And then there's also a C like a Curtis or Chrissy or Kelly, who's here too, who he's remembering and just honoring her. So he's talking about that as well. He's talking about like sometimes you just got to scream and sometimes you just got to spit it all out. You just got to get it out. And he says he doesn't mind. You can be mad. You can be whatever you want to be. He's not going to change his love for you. And he doesn't get distracted by your feelings or frustrations because all he feels is your love. There's something was launched in his name. Did he ever do like a little boat race, or where he built like a little boat, or you would send little boats down the drains? Did he do a little like a derby thing?
Yes.
That's what he's remembering. That's exactly what I'm seeing. He was very proud of that.
Yes.
That he launched it and did it himself.
He made it himself.
Yes, that was a big deal. He was very, very proud of that. And he says when he was determined, and this is what you know about him, and he says you had an inkling that he wouldn't always be around, that it would be his spirit and your spirit had an understanding or an awareness there, and he knew that too, because he says he commented on it from time to time, and there were things that you knew, but he says because when he put his mind to something, he always got it done, and there was something in him that knew that would be the way, and it just that now he's home. He says now he's home. There's an August birthday or anniversary because he's mentioning that month. There's some kind of, you'll be traveling this month in August, that's what it is. There's some vacation or some kind of change that'll be really positive in August. He says keep looking for that good. And he's also the feathers. You've been finding feathers, and he says he leaves lots of feathers for you. Those are his angel part. He's molting for you. And he's got these chicken things too. Do you make a lot of eggs at home, or were you like buying fresh eggs or doing something? Do you have a little chicken, like a decor that's got a little chicken on it, or a picture that's got roosters and chickens on it?
No.
You'll see what this is. It'll come to yours and he'll give you something with a chicken on it, really unusual, and you'll know exactly what he's talking about. There's an M like Marty or Missy, who's here too, that he's mentioning. And there's two other, do you have two children?
No.
Are there two nieces and nephews that you have that you're close with?
There's several nieces and nephews.
But are there two nieces that you've been talking with lately? Like two cousins that he was close with?
I haven't really been talking to them, but on Facebook.
There's two females, two nieces, and he says reach out to both of them. Give me a minute here. Do you have a Jessica or Jessie or Jamie who you're close with? There's a Ginger or Jamie. There is. You'll think of who it is. It may be one of his friends or someone along those lines. But he says reach out to her. And there's an S like Sandy or Susan, who's here too, that he's encouraging you to reach out to, who'd be more supportive to you. Is she here?
Mm-hmm.
You're good.
She's my soul sister. Yes.
Yes, he says he loves you. Do you have a friend who's Jeannie or Jessie? Mm-hmm. Who's Julie? She's supportive. I think that's
I
who
have
he's
a
talking.
sister named Julie.
That's his aunt. Yes.
His aunt?
Yeah. Reach out to her, and he says, "Please tell her that I love her."
Oh.
He really, really loves her, and she has either dreamed about him or has really been thinking a lot about him. And he says, "Please tell her that I'm okay and that I love her very, very much." Oh. Absolutely, that's who it is. And does she have two daughters?
No.
No. Somebody's got the two girls. You'll figure out who the two. Do you have two daughters?
Yes.
Those are the two daughters. Yes. He watches over your girls. He says sometimes you're just not sure about them. And he says they've got so many angels, and he's one of them. He says quit fretting, but spend time with them. He says that those two girls really think a lot of you, that you're just a solid presence for them. You are so very connected with your angels. Just trust that they're always with you.
She is.
You really are. Do you have a Mother Mary statue at home or something with Mother Mary? I encourage you to connect with her because she's just sending her love to you. Truly.
Another friend, her name is Mary, and she also has very close connections with the...
And are you friends with her?
Yes. Yes.
Connect with Mary. You guys all need to get together and have a goddess powwow. Yes. Please, and be sure that you're really affirming Mary and her presence there, because yes, I see.
She does. Yes.
And you've lost your mom too, correct?
Yes.
She is with you. She's married. That's the Mother Mary. Yes. Give me a minute here. There's a Gloria or a Glinda or Jean who's connected with one of you guys who's passed, or Ginger, and I think she's your family. Did you have no, because it's a lady.
Oh, it's a lady.
It's a lady, or a Judy. I know she's your family. And your mom has got, she's talking about, I don't know if she curled your hair all the time when you were little, or if there's an issue with your hair.
Yes.
And she says, I'm sorry. It was, she wasn't trying to be funny. No, she's really, yes, she says, I'm really sorry. She says, that's what happens when you try to please the world. She says, when you try to please the world, you end up with a bad haircut. If you'll be true to yourself, you'll always look good. And not because of the world, but because of what you're giving to yourself. There's a young man who's with her too. So either she'd lost her brother, or there was someone else younger in her family who'd passed.
Ben, her son.
Yes, he's with her. And she's taken good care of him. He's got a funny thing. I don't know if you had ran out of toilet paper just today, or if there was an issue with toilet paper in your house. He's teasing you about that, like with the bathroom and the...
At my brother's house, yes, I was in his
And there's you gotta love it when your angels talk about toilet paper. It gives a whole new meaning to Angel Soft toilet. What's up on this, man? No, he's with you. Your son says, I love you. I love you so, so, so much. And your mom has these little violet flowers. And she says she's sending the violets to you, that is her thing. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we spoke up to you and to Joel. But your girls are okay. Your mom is fine. You guys are so surrounded and just blessed.
How about Michael? That's her son.
It's your son. Okay, yes.
Almost son, yeah.
And that's part of why the connection is so strong with all of you.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So from Michael, see, they're so good. They got it all. Everybody at the last minute. Let me just real quick tell you from Michael. Did he wear ball caps, or did he have a lot of the baseball caps?
He did.
Okay, so they're together. They're together, and he's the ball cap kid. Yes. He also has like a lot of, I don't know if you've got like an old bat of his, or if you have an old mitt, like a bunch of these little things like that you tucked away. But he's just having fun. He says, it's supposed to be fun, Mom. That's what life is. Here, there, and everywhere. It's just fun. It's just about having fun. Yes, it is absolutely about fun. There's a December. He shows me the month of December. There's a birthday or anniversary. Yeah, he says, I love you, and I celebrate you on your birthday and every day. He says, there's just always love. There's a telescope thing, and I don't know if you have a star, like if he had some kind of little star interest in astronomy, or if you've got a book about constellations. The telescope, that's exactly it. Yeah, he's confirming that, and he says, you don't need to see a telescope to see him shining. He's just the most bright star in the night. And you think about him on the stars. Oh, that gives me chills. He says he's the brightest star that you look at night when you're thinking about him and talking to him. And you don't need anything to see that, because it's just right there, obvious, and for everybody to see. There was this little heart with wings. He shows me a heart that's got wings on it. I don't know if someone had given you a little heart after he'd passed. It's like a figure or an image. You'll see what it is that he shows that is at your house, or that someone had given to you. It's about like an angel and wings, and there's love and a heart with it connected to. He shows me a cruise. I don't know if you guys had all talked about taking a cruise together.
Sure been thinking about it.
You bet. Yes. Yeah. Michael says it's time, Mom. I mean, not in the next month or so, but you guys can take Mother Mary. Jesus is free if you book it in May, but you can go on your cruise, and it'll be really fun. And that's what Michael says. He's up there teaching Jesus how to play cards, and I mean, he is. He says he's teaching them a thing or two. He's a hoot. But no, they're all good. So do the cruise. Your son also shows me this. It's like a black bear or a brown bear, but I think it's a black bear. Had you gone to Colorado? Did you guys?
I got married a couple years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and my kids, the kids that are still here, gave me a black bear statue.
He gave that too. He says even though physically he wasn't here, his love is in that with all the other kids too. That's his black bear. He says, quit while you're ahead, lady. I gotta stop. So he's with you. And your son is too, and for you as well. But you're just very surrounded. So your daughters are doing good, and Mother Mary loves you. Oh, and so much love. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay, this one's for you. This one's for you.